Did you guys ever wonder which Pokemon is hardest to play in Pokemon Unite and why? Because most of the player does not ask this kind of question, they just keep on playing the game without even trying to know the deep knowledge of the game. But if you ever had this type of question and never got an answer, well, don't worry, you have stumbled upon a correct place. In this video, I will show you top 10 hardest Pokemon to play in Pokemon Unite with the reason as well, so that you can get an idea which Pokemon needs lots of practice and which Pokemon does not. By the way, if you are new here, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can get more this type of Unite content. Now, without wasting any time, let's begin the video. In the number 10, we have the electrifying Miraidon. In the Miraidon, to play moveset like Charge Beam and Thunder is pretty easy. You don't have to practice a lot to master these two moveset. You just have to keep on spamming the button while using these two moveset. But the real difficulties arises when you use moveset like Electro Drip and Parabolic Charge while playing Miraidon. Because to understand the mechanic of these two moveset is pretty hard. You need lots of practice to master Electro Drip and Parabolic Charge. Because as we all know that to use the Electro Drip very effectively, you must be able to stack the Electro Drip, and stacking the Electro Drip is not really easy. You have to struggle a lot in order to stack it because of some factors like if enemy has a very high mobility Pokemon, it's become super hard to catch up with them by using Electro Drip, and if enemy also have the stun Pokemon, it's become even much more harder to use Electro Drip. And not only that, in order to use the Electro Drip properly, you must be close enough to the enemy, and even if you get close to the enemy while using Miraidon, there is a very high chance that you might get killed by the enemy, because as we all know that Miraidon is an attacker, and by nature the defense and the HP of attacker are very low as compared to other type of Pokemon. So Miraidon has a very high damage dealing capabilities, but at the same time he is very vulnerable in terms of defense, and if you don't know how to use the Electro Drip properly, you can get killed by the enemy very easily. That is the reason why Miraidon requires precise timing and positioning to maximize its damage output and mobility. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Miraidon. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 9, we have the green guy Decidueye. To use the moveset like Razor Leaf and Leaf Storm is pretty easy in Decidueye. You don't need to struggle a lot to master these two moveset, because the mechanic of Razor Leaf and Leaf Storm is pretty easy to understand. While using these two moveset, you just have to keep on spamming the buttons. For example, if you want to use the Razor Leaf, you just have to press it once and then continuously tap on the basic attack button while maintaining the distance from the enemy. And apart from that, you don't have to do anything else. But the real difficulties comes when you use Spirit Cycle and Shadow Sneak on Decidueye. To play with these two moveset is very hard. You need lots of practice to master the Spirit Cycle properly, because using Spirit Cycle does not only mean to deal damage from very long range by staying in the back, but it's also about precision, timing and accuracy. While using Spirit Cycle on Decidueye, number 1, you must have the precision to make immediate decision and be clear about that which Pokemon you wanna target and kill first, because in the battlefield you don't really get lots of time to think. You have to act immediately whenever you see the enemy. Number 2, while using Spirit Cycle, the timing is also really important, because the proper timing allows you to synchronize your release with your aim, ensuring that your Spirit Cycle hit on the target. The better your timing is, the more will be chance that your Spirit Cycle will hit on the target. Last but not least, the accuracy is one of the most important skill that you must have while using Spirit Cycle on Decidueye, because even if you have the precision and the timing but don't have the accuracy, your Spirit Cycle will be totally a waste. In order to master Decidueye properly, you must have the precision, the timing and the accuracy. Because of these three skill set, it is very hard to play Decidueye. So if you are new in Pokemon Unite, I won't suggest you to use Spirit Cycle on Decidueye. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Decidueye. You can take a screenshot if you want. In In the number 8 we have the Progigai Greninja. Unlike other attacker Pokemon, the difficulty level of Greninja starts in the early game, because in the early game Greninja is a super weak Pokemon. As we all know that the power spike of Greninja comes when he reaches level 7, and to reach level 7 Greninja has to struggle a lot, especially when you are not doing the jungle, and during that time any Pokemon can molest Greninja very easily, and when you reach level 7 that's when the difficulty level slowly arises, because to use the moveset of the Greninja is not really easy. The difficulty level of Water Shuriken and Double Team is on the medium. It is neither too easy nor too hard to use these two moveset. You will face little bit of difficulty while using Water Shuriken, because you have to connect the Water Shuriken to the enemy very accurately, or else if you miss it totally become a useless moveset. And the Greninja becomes much more harder to play when you use Surf and Smokescreen moveset. To master these two moveset is very difficult. You need lots of practice to use Surf and Smokescreen properly, because the mechanic of these two moveset is way more different than Water Shuriken and Double Team. While using Water Shuriken and Double Team, you have to fight the enemy by maintaining a distance from them, but when you are using Surf and Smokescreen, you have to fight the enemy from the close range, and in the close range Greninja is pretty weak, because we all know that Greninja is an attacker, and by nature the defense of the attacker are very low. Not only that, the most hardest part is to reset the cooldown of the Surf, because in order to reset the cooldown of the Surf, you have to kill the enemy by using the Surf, or else it won't get reset. So if you are new in Greninja, don't start with Surf and Smokescreen. First try to master Water Shuriken and Double Team. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Greninja. You can take screenshot if you want. In the number 7 we have Blaziken. Blaziken is one of the Pokemon which can use all the 5 moveset in single combo. Because of that, he is a very versatile and high damage dealing Pokemon. But at the same time, it's become much more harder to play Blaziken because of the variety of moveset he has. And if you do not understand the mechanic of all the moveset of Blaziken properly, it can become very confusing in the battlefield. During the fighting scene, you don't really get lots of time to think about how the moveset works. You just have to use the moveset immediately and very precisely, and during the combo, even if you make a single mistake, your damage won't be much effective as it should be. That is the reason why it is very hard to play Blaziken. You need lots of practice in order to master him properly. So if you are new in Pokemon Unite, I won't suggest you to play Blaziken. But if you still insist to play Blaziken in the rank, I would like to suggest you first practice him in the training ground, so that you can understand all the mechanic and the moveset of the Blaziken properly, and then apply it on the rank. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Blaziken. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 6 we have Zacian. Zacian is one of the Pokemon which is very complicated to use. To understand the mechanic of the moveset of Zacian is pretty easy, but it's become difficult when you are trying to use the AoE ball to boost the moveset of the Zacian. Because once you boost the moveset by using the AoE ball, it's become really confusing whether you should be using the first move or the second move, and lots of the player make mistake during this time. Not only that, even collecting the AoE ball is really tough, and if you do not collect good amount of AoE ball, Zacian will be pretty weak, because without the AoE ball, Zacian cannot boost his moveset, and without the boosted moveset, Zacian is pretty weak. Even if you have lots of AoE ball, you will always be in dilemma whether you should score or save the AoE ball for the team fight. That is the reason why it is hard and complicated to use Zacian. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Zacian. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 5 we have the Blue Doggy Lucario. In Lucario, Power Up, Punch and Close Combat are pretty easy to use. You can learn how to play these two moveset in no time. But the real difficulties comes when you use Extreme Speed and Bone Rush. The mechanic of these two moveset are very hard to understand, as well as it is very hard to use these two moveset. You need lots of practice to master Bone Rush and Extreme Speed, because while using Extreme Speed and Bone Rush, your hand speed must be very fast, so that you can use the extreme speed as soon as it gets refreshed. And meanwhile, your reflex must be also very quick to catch up the enemies wherever they are moving. And using the extreme speed become even much more difficult when enemy has a stun Pokemon. They can easily disrupt the process of extreme speed. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Lucario. You can take a screenshot if you want. the number 4 we have the creator of all the Pokemon, Mew. Mew is one of the Pokemon which can use 6 different movesets in a single match. That is the reason why he is a very versatile and high damage dealing Pokemon. But at the same time it's become very difficult and confusing to understand the mechanic of the Mew, because all the moveset of the Mew works very differently, and while switching the moveset of the Mew, your hand speed and thinking level must be very fast, so that you can make decision which moveset to pick and why. And if you do not do the decision in a quick reaction, your enemy might kill you or they can easily escape from you. That is the reason why before you play Mew in the rank, make sure that you understand all the 6 moveset of Mew very properly. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Mew. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 3 we have the camouflage guy, Inteleon. In Inteleon, to use the liquidation is pretty easy. You don't have to struggle a lot while playing liquidation. You just have to tap on it and see the magic happen. But the real difficulties comes with the snipe shot. While using the snipe shot, you cannot move. You just have to stay in one position. Because of that, you become very vulnerable of being attacked by other Pokemon. Not only that, to connect the snipe shot to the enemy is even much more harder job to do. You need lots of timing, precision and accuracy. Even if you make a tiny bit of miscalculation, you won't be able to hit the enemy with the snipe shot. To master the snipe shot, it takes lots of practice and patience. So if you are new in Pokemon Unite, first begin with the liquidation and then you can come in the snipe shot. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Inteleon. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 2 we have the Dodrio. He is one of the Pokemon which is very difficult to control and very complicated to understand the mechanics. You will find difficulty to control all the moveset of Dodrio, especially the drill peak and the trial attack. What's even much more difficult about the Dodrio is to maintain the spirit gauge. In order to maintain the spirit gauge, Dodrio has to continuously move, and if you stop even for a millisecond, your spirit gauge will start slowly decreasing. Without the spirit gauge, Dodrio is super weak because he cannot use his boosted moveset without the spirit gauge. So if you are thinking about playing Dodrio, make sure to understand the mechanic of the Dodrio properly. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Dodrio. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 1 we have none other than Zoroark. Zoroark is one of the hardest Pokemon to master in Pokemon Unite. Because of the unique moveset and complicated mechanic he has, you will find difficulty to use all of his moveset, especially the Night Slash and the Pent Attack. While using any combo of the Zoroark, of course you need a very fast hand speed, but you must also have the precision, the accuracy and the timing in order to execute the combo perfectly. Even though Zoroark is one of the most hardest Pokemon to master in Pokemon Unite, but at the same time he is one of the best speedster for the solo ranking. It takes lots of time to learn how to play Zoroark, and if you somehow manage to master Zoroark, it will be really helpful for you to rank up faster in Pokemon Unite. By the way, this is the build and the boost emblem that I'm running on Zoroark. You can take a screenshot if you want. That's it for today guys, and if this video was helpful for you, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.